Hey, welcome back to day 3 of prep on Sister Act. As always, let's go and get some breakfast. We're gonna get some lunch and let's start day 3. What a beautiful day. Welcome to day 3. A lot of cleaning up looms, a lot of kind of just doing bits and bobs. You've just seen us there do our biggest and heaviest loom, which is 144 foot. That's how they measure in Christie, which is about 40 meters, which isn't too bad in the grand scheme of things. 3 soccer pecks, 3 DMX and 1 Ethicon. So a fairly heavy loom to pull out and kind of get done. That's why it took 3 of us. We've got a few more tiny looms to kind of do today, 20 meters and bits and bobs. And like I said, they are so important to getting the show on the road and kind of touring neatly. So it's worth taking the time and worth doing. Just waiting for a few boxes inside now, and then we can start putting some units into some cases and stuff like that, and kind of get the truck pack ready. Friday is mainly just a day of real tidying. Tomorrow we've got people coming in to build the racks and to put all that together, so that'll be good. And yeah, I feel like today's just going to be a bit of a looming day, bit of a tidy up day, all that kind of stuff. Hope you enjoyed prep day 1 and 2. Try to film as much as I possibly can. However, like I said, it is difficult because I am here to do work as well, and I don't want to kind of push the boat out and kind of cross that line. So yeah, I suppose I'll catch up with you guys like soon, and I'll explain what we're doing and whatnot. Nothing on the agenda yet, just more looms. So yeah. So I didn't actually film a lot for day 3 and 4, and there's a few reasons for this. The first reason is I don't want to bore you with the same thing on repeat. A lot of our job in prep is essentially the same thing. We address certain lights, we loom certain cables, and we clean certain bits of kit. And there's only so much I really kind of want to show you in that kind of sense, because I still want to kind of keep it fresh and exciting and new. However, essentially that is our days in prep. It's very much rinse and repeat day in, day out. So I did film like a few small little maybe 10-second clips of areas, not necessarily on the time lapse or anything like that. So what I'll do right now is I'll actually talk over those clips and kind of explain what they are. These are our temporary case labels, and essentially why we do this is because when we make a loom or make a cable, we want to put it in a certain place, and we need to know where that certain place is. If we didn't have the boxes for them, they'd just go on the floor and they'd just get trashed and ruined. So we want to put them in a safe place, but we also want to know what box they're going into. This is also really handy because when we make the permanent case labels, we're not double handling anything, so we can just put the section of cables we're working on into that box, label it up temporary, and then the production electrician or whoever will come around with a proper case label and put it on as to what's in the box.
Who's in the box? No.
So the case labels are labelled with obviously what they are and what side of stage they're going to, so whether that's stage right, stage left, upstage, downstage, centre stage, whatever, auditorium, you name it, it's got every bit of information you quickly need as soon as you read it. And then also for certain things we can colour them, again like I was talking to you in the last video about the way we colour bars, we colour our cases as well. So for example, anything that relates to LX1 will be in red, whether that's light labels, whether that's cable labels, whether that's case labels, anything that's related to that bar or that area that has a colour will have the coloured tape on it. So on day 3 we set up the desk in the warehouse. So we are running a TI, which is an EOS TI. So we had someone come and patch the show today and kind of do all the desk stuff ready so we can go in on Sunday or Monday, whenever we start, and flash out the rig in a heartbeat. So we are actually touring this desk, which is quite exciting because I've never actually toured a TI before, and may I say she is an absolute beast of a desk. So in the little change the video to the music thing I do on my videos, you saw me kind of pick up a cable that said ADV on it. So again, I'm just showing you here what this cable is, so we know that as soon as we read that, that is for the advanced bar, so we can take that case and cable ready to feed the advanced bar. It's essentially that. It's basically rinse and repeat for a lot of the stuff. Every cable needs a label, absolute #1 rule. And then following that, every cable should have a colour on it so you know what destination it's going to. So then beyond that, you should never ever really run a single cable to an area. Obviously there are a few situations where that is absolutely fine, but essentially if you run a cable out, it needs to be loomed, it needs to be tied in with the whole bar. So that was day 3, and again, I'm not really too sure how much I'm going to film on day 4. However, it's probably going to be a bit like day 3. There's kind of not a lot going on. We've broken the back of what we're meant to do during prep. So now it's just a case of picking up a bit of the pieces we need to kind of do, and do some looms, and you know, get all our cases sorted and cases together, ready in a truck pack order for the truck to arrive on Friday. Okay, so I'm going to go now. I've totally bored you, but before I go, I'm going to show you one thing. So I have to thank Craig for this. So if you are a lampy and you do a lot of prep, or you work with a lot of cable or PVC tape, you need one of these in your life, okay? These are absolutely incredible. Craig has introduced me to it, and essentially what it is just a little plastic nib on the end that is incredibly sharp, but kind of not sharp enough to cut your skin, but sharp enough to absolutely shear through cable. Honestly, such a time saver, absolutely incredible. I put a link down below in the description for one of these. If you're a lampy, you cut a lot of tape, you get a lot of tape off cable, absolutely go and buy yourself one of these. Okay, I'm actually going to go now. I will speak to you on day 4. Good morning all again. Yesterday was a bit of a mixy match day. We got a load of stuff that got delivered really last minute, cable wires and stuff like that, so it was a lot of looms and a lot of kind of a quick job here and a quick job there. We're kind of getting to the end of prep now. We've done an awful lot. We've absolutely smashed this one, which is good. It's exciting. So essentially today is our last full day, and then hopefully the truck will arrive tomorrow afternoon, kind of just after lunch. We'll load everything on the truck and then drive to Manchester and start fit up on Sunday now. So yeah, sorry it's been a bit spotty and a bit here and there. It's all I could kind of film without strapping a GoPro to my head and kind of doing it that way. But I hope you've also got the gist of it, and then when we actually put this in, I'll try and film the majority of that as well, and we can see how things we made in prep then transfers into the theatre. That's my plan anyway. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know. So yeah, usual. Breakfast, Marks and Spencer's, Christy Lights. Let's go. Okay, again, I have to confess, I didn't necessarily film as much as I wanted to film on the last day of prep. So prep actually got extended 1 extra day, and this is for the main reason of gobos. So what is a gobo? So a gobo is essentially a small piece of metal that we put into the lights, and when the light glows through them, it creates a pattern on the floor. So we have 40 MAC Encore cold moving headlights on the job, and there are 3 different what we call gobo loads in every single one of them. And essentially those gobo loads hadn't arrived yet for whatever reason, so therefore they're having to delay when we put all the kit on the truck to Saturday instead of Friday. But obviously we can't be there because we need to travel to Manchester to start the fit up on Sunday. So again, there was a lot going on today and I didn't quite get to film as much as I wanted to film, but as you can see in the little clippy bits, you saw us put all the moving lights out on the bar ready for those gobos to be put in, and as you can see what I'm doing here is actually opening up the shell of one of the moving lights, kind of just showing you how we get inside them and what it looks like inside a moving light. You also saw us get our cases ready to go into the truck. So Christy Lights, what they have is like they have a marking out on the floor, and that marking is the same width and depth of a articulated lorry. No one's ever called it that, but essentially what it means is that you can get all your cases ready and in position, so when the truck does arrive you can just grab your cases and throw them on the truck. And what else you saw was me and Craig with great difficulty
picking up the cases and putting them onto scales, and I was writing down what the cases weighed in kilograms. And this is for many reasons. Mainly it's for health and safety, but essentially so everyone knows that this is a heavy case, do not lift on your own, or this is a light case, it's got nothing in it, so you can lift it on your own. And they're really important, and again they go on the case labels. And as you can see here, the case labels, these are the professional case labels that we do on top of the temporary case labels that I talked about earlier in the video. So we just got back. We head to Manchester tomorrow. We start fit up at 2 o'clock. And I will try and film as much as I can. Craig's got a GoPro, so I might attempt to use his GoPro because my GoPro is very, very sad at the minute. But I hope you kind of understood what prep was. Please, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask away. And yeah, it's a busy week, but once you kind of get into the flow of prep, it does kind of fall into place. And we have had the hottest day of the whole year during prep, so we are all incredibly sunburned and very, very drained. But we got a lot done, and that's the main thing. I think we're in a really good place to open in Manchester, or at least put the show in Manchester. And again, yeah, I tried to show you pretty much everything that we did in prep this week, give or take a few bits and bobs, or a few sessions that I couldn't film, or a day I couldn't film, or whatever, you know. I tried to show you absolutely everything and give you a kind of vast variety of everything. So I'm going to finish this video off now, and I'll pick up when I'm either on to Manchester, or I'm in Manchester, or we start in fit up, or anything like that. I'm sure you'll see me. Don't forget to follow my TikTok. It's so much easier to answer all the questions on there because I can just do a quick video. And don't forget to follow my Instagram, and obviously like and subscribe to this YouTube, and share it around, right? I always say it, but this is going to be quite fun. And again, I'm already getting some really good questions that people probably wouldn't be that comfortable with. And yeah, like, it's totally a non-judgment space. It's an industry that not a lot of people know what actually happens, or the process, or the hierarchy of things. So, you know, getting these questions in is really good. So yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed it. It's been really fun to make. It's not kind of where I thought it was going to go, but I'm fairly happy with the way it has gone. And I suppose I will see you in Manchester.